Hi, I'm Charles Feinstein. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Micronesia from 1976 to 78. My Peace Corps experience launched me in a career focused on climate change and sustainable energy that lasted some 40 years. My story was about halfway through my Peace Corps service, I was looking for adventure and hopped on a small coconut trading ship bound for the island of Kapingamarangi, a small atoll some 500 miles towards the equator. During the trip down to Kapingamarangi, our ship ran into a typhoon, or I should say a typhoon ran into us, and our ship, like the opening scenes of Gilligan's Island, was tossed and turned. So instead of spending normally 1 or 2 days in port at our destination, we wound up staying 5 days to rest and recover. And during that time, I got to talking to the locals. And I learned that they were concerned that perhaps they detected some sea level rise and were worried about the loss of their very precious land, given that the highest point of land on the atoll, only 8 feet above sea level. And that piqued my curiosity about the phenomenon we were learning about of climate change. And I went on to grad school after Peace Corps service and studied the economics and the science of climate change. Also, following my Peace Corps service, I was selected as a Peace Corps staff member and was posted to Samoa, another island country. There, the situation was somewhat different. The island was basically dependent at that time on tourism and the export of coconuts as their main source of revenue, and they were 98% dependent for their energy on imported fossil fuel. Well, in 1979-1980, when I arrived in Samoa, that was the period known now as the second OPEC oil shock. And the balance between their exports and their import bill for fuel went from roughly even to 4-to-1 imbalance as the price of oil skyrocketed virtually overnight. So that then, combined with my interest in climate change, led me on a path of clean energy promotion, renewable energy, energy efficiency. And I saw that Samoa, even though they were greatly dependent on imported petrol, could actually substitute their hydropower and their solar resources and become more sustainable, cleaner, and more resilient. So those interests then carried me to the World Bank. At the time I joined the World Bank, was mostly focused on fossil fuel energy development in the energy sector. And I helped lead and saw the transition from a fossil-dominated course of business to one now dominated by wind energy, solar energy, energy efficiency, and other more sustainable forms of energy development. One of the projects I'm most proud of is a project I led in Mexico, led to the establishment of the first commercial wind farm in Mexico. That was 101 megawatts, considered major scale at the time. Today, Mexico harbors more than 8,000 megawatts of installed wind capacity. At my retirement 8 years ago, I was in charge leading a team of 350 people and a portfolio of $46 billion globally. The balance, or the majority of that portfolio, focused on clean energy. So I feel that my Peace Corps service helped really change my life for the better, and I hope through my work helped others too. Thank you.